And we are live. Hi, Jessica.
Hello, Sophie. Hi, Facebook world.
How are you?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Great. Yes, I love Mondays. I like the start of a new week.
How are you?
Happy Mondays.
Happy Monday. Okay, hold on. I have a...
Yes.
We're back. Double Jessica and double Sophie. That may be a little bit too much. So Jessica, today we're talking about a really exciting topic, which is to follow the energy, right?
Yes.
And it's exciting for me because if you had told me, let's say 6 years ago, that all I needed to do was follow the energy and I would have everything I wanted in my life, I would have looked at you like you're crazy and I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about. And today,
right,
that's the only way I will live my life. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the same for me. There are so many years of my life that I worked really hard to be smart, right? To like think things through very carefully and be very intelligent about how I was creating my life. And I do very little thinking anymore. And the energy of the language of energy is what matters most to me. Not people's words, not my pro and con list, not my thinking through anything. It's always the energy. Yes. And I know that's crazy to many people.
I know. So first of all, let's look at what energy is, because I came from the law of attraction, background, whatever. And it's so when I first started Access, I thought energy was like feeling good, feeling bad, like that vibration thing. And it is kind of like that, but it's also so much bigger, right? Like, so energy is everything. There's energy in everything. Like if I take my Tangled headset, this is also energy, and I am energy. Yep. The computer is energy, so everything is energy, right? And if you look at it that way, nothing is bad or wrong, but this may not be the energy that's going to work for me until I detangle it. Then it will become the energy that works for me, right? Yes. It's that simple, but it's not that one is better than the other one. What works and what doesn't work is what we're looking at, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's something that Access Consciousness gave me that I had not learned in any other place. Yes. So I had an idea that there's good energy and bad energy, and I should always be good energy if I want to create good things. Like I did have that concept too. But now I perceive energy almost like I would perceive colors. Like energy, it comes in all kinds of different, almost like colors or flavors or bits of energy that have different qualities. And I may not want to play with orange. It doesn't mean that orange is bad. Maybe I just like more pink in my life and I just follow that. That's kind of a funny example. Yeah. But I learned that. I learned just to receive all energy and create with it. And I don't have to be discerning about it. I just have to be aware of it.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you about what I did about an hour ago. I went shopping, which is not my favorite experience at all these days, because who invented lighting in the dressing rooms was somebody who hates women. I just have to say that. Anyway, so shopping is not a fun experience, but I went through this humongous store that had a lot of different choices. And I just asked my buddy, I said, buddy, we need this, we need that, because I'm living on a trip in a couple of weeks. So I was like, okay, this is what we need, this, like, go find it, right? So I just start walking in the store, and like, it was so random. It was so funny. So I go and walk, and I found the stuff that I want. Then I'm going to the restroom, and I'm convinced that I have my cart in my hands. I go to the restroom, and I come back out, and I'm still convinced this is my cart. But then I go to the dressing room. I go to pick up my stuff. It's not my cart. However, there's a bathing suit in that cart that's the shape I wanted, the color I wanted, and the size that I needed. Nothing else in that cart but that bathing suit. So obviously, because I didn't see that bathing suit earlier, the energy brought that bathing suit to me, and I was able to find my card. So I got everything that I wanted. It was like so funny. I didn't have to panic. I didn't have to think. It's just perfect. That's following the energy. I'm like, okay, cool. This bathing suit came to me, right? So funny.
That's hilarious. Yay, the universe has your back.
Exactly.
Yeah, and okay, and in access consciousness, we talk a lot about the light or heavy. Is something light for you? Or is it heavy? If it's heavy, it doesn't mean it's bad, but follow the lightness. So you get to follow the lightness with whatever you try on, with whatever clothes you pick out of your closet. Does this feel light to me? Does eating at this restaurant feel light to me? Does ordering this off the menu feel light to me? What feels light? That's helped me out.
Yeah. Yeah. So light and heavy, actually, it's very interesting because heavy does not mean we don't do it. It just means that the way we are looking at it in this 10 seconds does not work for us, right? So if I go...
Yeah. Like your earbud, like your earbuds all tangled up. That was not light.
I love my earbuds. I love them. Okay, so heavy. If I go to McDonald's, if I drive in front of McDonald's, I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't want to go, because I have the point of view that McDonald's is fat, bad food, all of that. Okay. Now, if I ask my buddy, hey buddy, do you have the capacity to break down whatever food I will ingest if I choose to go to McDonald's? Yes. And is there something in McDonald's food that you require right now? Yes. Okay, cool. Let me know how much you want to eat. So if I go to McDonald's, even if it was heavy, but I ask my body to let me know what it wants to eat and how much it wants to eat, then that can become light. So heavy does not necessarily mean you don't do it. It just means you ask more questions.
Yes. Okay, that reminds me of when you and I were in Rome in March. I had that day on our lunch break where I went out into the streets of Rome and just said, hey, body, what do you want? And I followed the energy. I bought a dress. I bought a cool pair of shoes. I went to Trevi Fountain. It was amazing. I found some new little corners of Rome that I hadn't seen before. I was having the best time. I had a cannoli for lunch. And then I realized, okay, that was great, but my body wants something more, like some protein. And I went to Burger King, which is hilarious to me because I'm in Rome in Italy and I went to Burger King, but it felt so light and fun and I could eat my burger while I walked up the hill back to the hotel for class. But the way that felt light to me was unexpected to me. Like if I tried to think through my lunch, that's not what I would have chosen. But following the energy led me to Burger King and it was so hilarious to me. I really laughed while I ate lunch, which was great. Plus, I've let go of so many points of view that I had about fast food and all these judgments I had about Burger King, which allowed Burger King to be a choice that contributed to me. That was fun.
I may be slightly responsible for that.
You might be. Sophie might be slightly responsible for that.
I remember having conversations about food with you when I first met you. So
yes. Yeah, when I first met you, I had a lot of opinions about food, none of which were light, all of which were judgments. Yeah, because I'm smart, right? So I have read books on nutrition, right? I know a lot about nutrition and calories and fat and protein and organic food and GMOs. Like I know a lot, none of which is light. And all of which creates such a lockdown in my capacity to perceive what might be a contribution to my body.
Yeah. So we have the capacity to change everything, literally everything. So if we say, well, this is heavy, I'm not going to have it, then you deny your capacity to change something, right? So you're like, oh, so I can change that. That's ridiculous. Of course you can change it. Don't deny it. So that's awesome. I love that. Now, about following the energy, I want to talk about the first time that I did the foundation class, the Access Consciousness Foundation class, because I think I've said this in another video, but I had no idea how I was going to do that class. It was so out of what I was creating at the time. I didn't have a job. I just had moved to LA, and it was just so strange at the time. I had no idea, but I just knew that first it was time for me to do it. And second, that the person I wanted to do it with was the person I wanted to do it with. Like, I didn't want to do it with anybody else but her. So I just made my schedule clear, and I was like, I'm doing this. I didn't know how I was going to pay for it, but I was like, I'm doing this. And 24 hours before class starts, I got a bank statement in the mail that I had forgotten, and the money was there, right? So it joins what you said earlier about consciousness has your back. Did you say consciousness has your back? Yeah. So, so it's like you follow the energy. Consciousness has your back. Consciousness is going to help you if you open the mail, or if you say, I'm going. If you ask yourself, what else can I do to get there? Like, when you ask us all these questions, no matter what you want to do, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's, I got chills. I'm like, okay, so Jessica, what do you say when somebody says to me, well, that was just luck. Not everybody is as lucky as you, Sophie. What would you say?
I think I would just ignore it and walk away. I don't know. What would I say? That's just luck. I'd probably just nod.
Yeah. So exactly, because there's nothing to say. Exactly. That's not energy. When you say that's just luck, you just shut down all energy, right? Yeah, you got it. Like, if somebody says to you, well, Sophie, that just happens to people lucky like you, then you didn't ask any questions. You did not start wondering. You're not opening up to energy. So this is where I think the sentence "I know" is a killer. It's a creation killer. If you say I know something, forget about it. Then universe can't help you. You know, right? So that was my little pet peeve that I had to share.
Well, and also, like, you're telling us the story about how you came to your first foundation and it worked out. You had a trust in your own awareness and a trust in the energy of the class that you were choosing, right? And to me, the whole experience of following the energy has taught me to trust my knowing in a way that's really cool, right? Because other people can't tell me what's going to create more for me. I have to know it within myself. And you and I teach classes all the time, and I'm pretty sure you do this. I probably learned it from you, to ask people, if you take this class, what will it create in your life, right? If you choose this class, what will your life be like in 5 years? That's a great access consciousness question. And so you and I are teaching foundation. I just taught a bars class. We have another bars class coming up, and we get to ask people, if you come and you take a bars class, if you come take foundation with us, what will that create? You won't have an answer, but you'll have an awareness of energy. And that awareness of energy, when you trust it and you say yes to that and you follow it, right, and keep asking questions along the way, things flow to support whatever it is that you're choosing. And even if it feels too good to be true, are you willing to follow that? And every time I am willing to follow that, it creates more and more and more for me.
Yes, yes, yes.
You have that experience.
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, I get too excited. So if you choose to come to bars and foundation this weekend, bars on Thursday, foundation Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, with the lovely Jessica and also lovely Sophie, what would that create in your life? I wonder, what would that create in your life? Would that create
what would 5 days with us, 5 days in conversation with us, what would that create?
Oh, and by the way, I'm French and I know something about sex.
and wine and chocolate croissants.
I will make chocolate croissants.
Okay, please do.
Oh, this is awesome. All right. And, you know, I also want to say something. The Global Foundation that just occurred with Gary and Dane in April, that's the new manual that we're going to deliver. So if you have already taken foundation, but you're curious about these new tools, this is such a wonderful way to start playing with them again, or to start playing with those new tools. The other thing is, Jessica and I, we're coaches. So we have the tendency of offering you a lot of space for facilitation and support. And I mean, we both have amazing experience in supporting people in creating their lives. So we don't just deliver the information and then go be on your own. We actually work with you to create what you want to create, right?
Yes.
So if I was to take foundation again, or if I was to take foundation period, I would want to come with us.
Me too. Yeah, we love facilitating, right? This isn't just read a manual class. Let's work with your life and what could we create in 5 days together.
That would be awesome. I know bodies are going to be super happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I know you got to go, Jessica. So if you're interested, comment below. We'll put the link to the class either above or below, not sure. But thank you so much, Jessica, for joining me today. It's also great to talk to you.
Highlight of my day. I love you. Bye, everyone.